Lost in this hazy room, the darkness surrounds. Pulsating beats electrify the ground. I feel the energy, it's flowing through my veins.
Hey guys, it's April here with the Phoenix Collective, a group of like-minded individuals dedicated to the process of finding our authenticity and reaching the highest vibration. Out here on let's see, September 20th. It's Friday and it definitely feels like fall today. A beautiful day. I still got a little nip to the air finally though. I kind of like fall. It's my favorite time of year. Activating my prana and channeling spirit for you guys today through tarot. Now, tarot is a living tool here to illuminate the path for light workers, Lumerian star children, and crystal babies and rainbow children. All of those working through the process of unearthing our shadows and paving that path towards self-ascension, right? Rising above all else, like the Phoenix spirit, right? With each tower, we rise stronger and learn from those lessons that are dealt for us. And it's a beautiful thing. And yeah, keep going, guys. With each moment that might feel like ick, is just a chance to grow stronger and step more into your power and find out who you are. Okay, so going to channel using the Wildwood Tarot today. Just felt like the right tool, and yeah, deliver you some message. So let's see what they got to say. First, we've got the Heron, which is the King of Vessels or the King of Cup. Now, the Heron is usually alone. They're the bridge between heaven and earth, and this card in this deck illustrates a deep and immense dedication to truth and fairness, and that ability to walk your life. And this is past energy, okay? So the first two cards I always pull are past energy, one clarifying on the other. And what this is saying is that good job, you, through all of the lessons and ick that you've walked through, you have done so with a complete and unwavering dedication to truth and fairness. Okay, even in the midst of adversity and other people that weren't, you've always made the next right move. Okay, that doesn't mean you don't have thoughts in your head of not doing so. Yeah, that's normal, but you don't act on those thoughts, right? And in fact, the collective that I'm speaking to, I feel that you have really, that this is your true nature. This is who you are and who you've always been. And it's unfortunate that the way that you step out into the world, you perceived that the rest of the world acted in the same genuine way, only to find that they didn't. But you remain true to that. Now, the king of vessels, or the King of Cups, he is very emotional, but he's got his emotions in check. Okay, he's often the glue that holds a group together. Okay, and because his approach, he finds a spot for everybody, and has an ability to relate to everybody. He can genuinely step into the shoes of others from a place of compassion and understanding. Okay, and so he's not separate from others. He is definitely understands that is his job as the King of Cups, is to be able to relate to the world around him. And that's great. That's sexy shit for a man to possess. Am I right? Right? He's not outside of himself exploiting other people's weaknesses and emotions and utilizing them to gain power. Okay? That's a bully. He's not a bully. Okay? And he's a softie. He's got a little tender underbelly. And that's sexy. Okay, all right, so clarifying on that card, I got the Rest card. Now, being an empath and a true intuitive who can feel others is exhausting. Okay, And this card is just signifying that you're coming off some trauma and you're working through all that trauma, all the lessons that you've come through time and time again. Okay, we've talked a lot about this in the collective. The collective, the Phoenix Collective is a rare breed. Okay, so this is just a select group of people that are on this path, but we are slowly but surely showing the way for others and emerging into that leadership role. All right, and embodying that Phoenix archetype. All right, and now it's exhausting to because we are a beacon. Our energy and light magnetizes people that need us. Okay, and that ability to step into other people's shoes really means that we feel that energy and we own that for that time, and that's draining and exhausting. And sometimes when you're first learning this about yourself and removing all that devil energy, right? All the addictions, you may, how those manifest for you in your life, people-pleasing natures, lack of boundaries. It's, I can speak for myself. For the longest time, I would go into a location and immediately adopt the feelings of somebody else, and I didn't understand that wasn't mine. Okay, and I would just be sad or feeling anxiety, and that can lead to the need to get rid of that. Okay, and make everybody happy around you, or reach for that banana nut muffin and a beer, or whatever have you, however that manifests, for you, with the earthly pleasures of, like, gluttony, I guess is what you would say, or the sins, or just anything to put a mask on and not have to be in that authenticity. We've ripped that off. And so now we are actively really feeling. And for me, tarot is that tool for me that allows me to separate what's mine as mine and other people's stuff. So when it channels into me, I can read cards for people and give that to them in a nice, neat package and give them that advice and let them know what they need to do with that. And then it's resolved. I don't have to muddy out my boundaries or take on their energy as mine. And I don't have to, like, feel that. Okay? And then I can let it go because that's theirs. So as an empath and an intuitive, tarot saved my life. You know what I'm saying? And there's nothing wrong with this. It's healthy. Okay? It's a healthy way. It's a living tool to show somebody the path that they are on and where they are going. Now, if they don't like that, because I don't sugarcoat shit. I read what the cards say, good or bad. Okay? If you don't like something, change it. If something in your day makes you feel a certain kind of way, that's on you. That's on you what you do with it. But it's not set in stone. I can tell you the path that you're going down, but that's up to you to change it or to own it and embody it and be like, hell yeah, look at me. Okay? So yeah, I'm not predicting futures. I'm just telling you where you're going. and so anyway, these are the past two cards. So it's just saying a time of rest is necessary. Now, another restful meditation is also essential for light workers and Lumerians, because this is a time when restful meditation and lucid dreaming offers a time for your guides and spirits and your ancestors to come and give you messages. Okay? If you have an active dream world, write that shit down in the morning, because those are messages to you. That's your subconscious and your guides telling you something. You're working through shit, or it's letting you know vital information that you need. All right? So really taking on that rest to heal yourself. Okay? To heal yourself through the subconscious and the dream world is very important, and there also could be vital messages that are needing to come to you right now. So it's either or. All right? So this spirit is saying that we're coming off this time and that we need to know this going into the future. Okay? So this is where we are now. We're arriving at the future, and let me tell you what the cards say for today, for right here, right now. Okay? In the present. We have the first. Sorry, I'm getting my stuff together here. The waters of life, the Ace of Vessels. So this is the Ace of Cups. The Ace of Cups, so that's the one energy, always embodies self and new beginnings. Okay, so I take this as self is to be internal. Okay, and a time of knowing thyself and starting over. Okay, and new knowledge. And now the picture on this card, typically the traditional Rider-Waite Tarot depicts spirit handing a cup over to you, so it's always a gift from the divine. Okay, so this is meant for you, and it's from spirit. Okay, so the human existence, however far we have evolved in the 3D, we will always be guided by our emotions and our reptilian brain of instincts. Okay, and that's not going away. Emotions are something we only feel here on the 3D. They are what we're here to experience and learn from as we are guided on our path. Now, I often say that we are not our feelings. These are guideposts. This is spirit and our intuition telling us the difference between right and wrong, and what it comes in and out of our energy. It's not our natural state of being. Our natural state of being is just love. Okay, so at my resting point after a meditation, when I'm calm and I've just taken on that life force energy and connected into everything around me, I'm in a state of calm. All right, and love. I have nothing in me but love for my brothers and sisters because I've removed that ego. Okay, that's the only thing in between you and me right now is ego, and I have nothing to hide. And that's feels good to just be able to come at you and present me, right? Not have anything to prove, not be trying to gain anything from you. My channel operates from a real heart space. I have no ulterior motive. I'm not trying to gain anything. I'm passing on guidance directly from spirit that's channeled through me to you, so that we can battle this human condition together, because we're all suffering from it, right? We are all and help you connect to everything around you as well, because I can't do this on my own. I need to bring the greater collective with me up to this higher consciousness, and once I get there, I can give that to the greater collective and help you through. And that's what all light workers are doing right now. Back in the day, and back in like whatever time, you know that shamans and mystics, we all sought out sanctuary, right? We all went to the mountaintops or deep in the desert or on these long quests that were solitary in nature to find our divinity. We ain't doing that anymore, okay? We're smack dab right in the middle of your fucking city because we have everything at our fingertips that we need through technology, right? And now we are bringing it right there to everybody. We're walking around in droves everywhere, all right? And we're not afraid. We don't have to be in the safety net anymore of seclusion in fear of being burned at the stake. Or, we don't have to have a wandering lifestyle because that's how we get from place to place, and be shunned as we come through a community all different and like, who are they, right? We are everyday average people working at McDonald's, working at KFC, the library, your campuses, your universities, your hospitals. We are out in droves as everyday people, delivering messages to the greater collective and evolving together. And this is beautiful. Okay, we look just like everybody else. We dress like everybody else. We assimilate into culture the same way. And this is necessary because as we step into that golden age, the walls are breaking down. There's no more stereotypes because what we're doing is positive, and there's nothing negative or evil about it. Call me evil if you want, but I'm just here to give you love, right? And to help you along the way, and to understand and operate from a place of unconditional love. Ain't no shame in that. Okay. So endurance. This is where we are right now. Okay. Right here today. Endurance. Okay. Um, yes, endurance. Hold on. Okay. It takes inner strength and courage to protect yourself and survive the challenges of life. This may mean withdrawing from trauma to focus on emotional resilience. Okay? As true seekers and spiritual warriors, we must possess the spirit and will to endure. Okay? I often say the fair is where you get cotton candy, right? This ain't the fair, folks. This is real life. And as shamans and mystics and true seekers and those delivering and teaching these messages, emerging as leaders, we need to have gone through experiences. We needed to be humbled. Okay? We needed to see the truth in others. Right? We need to know what deception looks like. We need to be able to relate. Without the ability to relate, we can't help others. So we've operated in this very much. This is like hermit energy here, okay? And this is earth energy. All right, taking what we have from the earth in order to sustain ourselves and move forward. All right, developing our practices of our, we can't reach for that banana nut muffin and a beer, right, and mask that pain. We have to be able to feel and navigate these emotions that we just talked about, okay? And to do so in a healthy way, knowing when's ours and what's in our energy and what's not. Okay? We can't roll up in a victim mode. We have to be able to battle life full force and then be able to relate. So we needed to develop these healthy coping mechanisms to endure because our life has not been easy. All right, being an empathetic person and an intuitive is, there's people out there that exploit us. Okay, and boundaries get muddled and we get taken advantage of. Okay, because people, we're a beacon, they can see us a mile away. Ooh, look at her, she's nice. She always operates in integrity with that King of Vessels energy, right? Wow, I'm going to use that against her. I'm going to make her, I'm going to do this, this, and this and manipulate them. And then when she gets upset about it and stands into her boundaries and self-protects, then I'm gonna throw a big huge stink and be an emotional abuser. Okay, emotionally abusive people they're emotional attackers, I call them. Okay, they're the ones that like flip out when you stand in your boundaries and then get mad at you for your reaction to what they've just done to you and then make it all about you. Oh, she's not really an intuitive, she's not really, an empathetic, look at how she's acting. No, I just know my worth. You just know your worth and have boundaries and can stand up for those and you have a voice. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Okay? People like that, look, it's called reactive abuse. People that react to your boundaries and then make you into the bad person. That's not cool. All right. And yeah, it's manipulative and yeah, so it's draining. And so, and it causes the shamans and the mystics and those of us as the beacon of lights and the light bearers to dim themselves to come down to their level because you want to mask and blend in. You don't want people to see your light because you're afraid they'll attack it. All right. But we're coming out of that. All right, we are coming out of that, and that is definitely, definitely being told here by the reunion card. See that? Isn't that beautiful? That's a sanctuary, folks. That's heaven on earth. This is where we once retreated to find our safety, right? Out into the middle of nowhere to recharge and regroup and be safe from people. But we can't be that way anymore because we have to bring our light forward to help others. And so we have to have these boundaries, and it's safe now. And it's saying that is safe. The reunion card signifies a time of finding that soul family that is here to help protect us on our path. and we're definitely there. Okay, so I want you to think about this. Okay, so emotional reunion can be several things. All right, it can be a karmic cycle that brings like people back through time and space, like, so basically like intersecting on your path. Now I'm telling you, there are no ordinary moments. Once you reach that level of 5D, you realize that there are no ordinary moments. The synchronicities all around us. The people that enter our lives are definitely entering our lives for a reason, even if it's not a good thing or doesn't feel like a good thing, even if they're a catalyst for something horrible. Like, okay, so they might be here to, like, an old karmic lesson or a pattern of behavior of, say, codependency, and all of a sudden you're triggered and you have to work through that. You have to, like, okay, I'll give you an example. Okay, say you're in a relationship and all of a sudden that the person is doing something wrong, so they want to cause drama, right, to make you react. And when you react, then they use that as a way to push you away and go do nefarious things, right? And all of a sudden your inner child wounds are coming out of feeling abandoned and not loved, and because this person is making you into a bad person and running from you, so you feel like you're losing somebody. All right, so that's a big trigger that brings up a shadow. Okay, this is a childhood trauma. And what you do with that is what's going to, this is your opportunity from spirit to grow and learn about yourself. This is shadow work, folks. So instead of becoming hopeless and running and chasing after them and getting sucked into the 3D drama of bullshit and then enabling their bad behavior, right? You step back in your true divinity and say, what lesson do I need to learn from this? I feel like I'm losing. So this is a time to step into your masculine energy and protect yourself. Okay? We all within us hold a duality of masculine and feminine energy. And as a female, I can't always rely on a male to give me that soothing and make, provide that validation. I've got to do that myself. I've got to work through this shit and figure out what is causing that, and then hold my inner child and love them and tell them, you are worthy. And what's happening right now, you do not stand for that. You do not enable people. You break that cycle for yourself and then be able to step into immense change. You've broken that cycle now, okay? Because you no longer are telling the universe that you accept that as okay behavior, because it's not okay. Okay? And that person, as much as you can be angry at them for what they've done for you, you should honor that lesson and thank them for that, because they made you a better person. And you absolutely 100% arranged that meeting before coming and incarnating to this planet as that opportunity to resolve old karma. Most likely you had a past life with this person where this was a cycle you guys were stuck in. Okay? And by you stepping into your power and not putting up with it, you're giving them an opportunity to change as well. Because that, instead of continuing to do that to you, they can realize, wow, that's not cool. I'm not going to do this anymore. Look, oh my God, I'm losing somebody I love. She's not putting up with that. Because you're telling them that that's okay and setting that pattern of behavior and justifying it for them. But when you stop doing that, now it's their opportunity to learn and grow too. So this is a karmic soul tie. And hey, I'm telling you, a soul mate doesn't always mean somebody good for yourself. Your soul is what we embody, right? It's all around us. It's in our auric fields. We've got the chakras that come up. We are, a lot of people think that our soul is inside of us, but we are inside of our soul. All right? We have the 7 chakras that they talk about, plus there's 22 of them actually. And then we have an 8th one that connects our intuition to the spirit realm, which is where we get all of our downloads, and then it goes into our crown. Then we have the root at our base, and then below that we have a super root that attaches us to Mother Earth. Okay, and every time that I'm getting and checking with my prana, I am using that super root to go out through my root chakra into the super root. I'm not really sure what it's called. I call it the super root, but it's got another name, but I don't know it. It's super root. But then giving it to Mother Earth to transmute for me and take away, because this is what our Earth does for us, and we forget that. It's our inherent right. Breathing the life force energy, that heals us and keeps our body clean and purifies us. And then Mother Earth transmutes us. So I'm telling you, we can be healed people if we can learn to check in with this and develop a practice of doing this on a daily, day-to-day basis. It can get rid of cancer. It can get rid of anything. We just have to set the intention to give it to the earth. Okay? Then every breath you take is healing you. And it's awesome. And connecting you to everything around us at the same time. How beautiful is that? All right, so let's talk a little bit more about other kinds of reunions that you can have. So then the second one is the coming together of soul family to work towards shared goals and bonds. Now this is once we've worked through all those soulmate, like friends of the soul, right? Okay, so a soulmate relationship can be good or bad. It just means a mate is a friend, right? Hello, mate. It's like an Australian word. How you doing? All right, right? That is just an Australian word for friend. So it's a friend of the soul. And I promise you, some of the people that you feel like were the shittiest people to you here on Earth are some of your best friends up there. And you're just trying to get things right down here and fix things. And even if they come at you experiencing the negative side of it, that's just because in their past life they never finished those lessons. And so you have agreed to meet up together to help resolve those. So remember our connection to each other and be gentle with those around you, because we're all here on different paths to work through this shit. Okay? All right. So anyway, then when you finally meet your soul family, which is what I'm picking up in this reading, all right, it is that the people that you are here to work with and bring your purpose for are finally coming together, and they are finding you. I promise you, your soul family will find you once you get on purpose. Once you have committed to self-ascension and personal growth, and get to a certain point, those that are on those because we magnetize ourselves, right? And we're no longer attracting that shitty 3D fucking karma crap because we've resolved it. And now it's all purpose. And so everybody that's coming at you is for a part of a group consciousness, the Phoenix Collective. It's when we vibrate and we attract that. And everybody else just seems to fade away. Even family. I hate to say it, but even your family. And then sometimes they're just a distant memory. You're like, you remember them every once in a while and wonder what happened to them. But those that are not for you just fall away. And those of you that are on your path come towards you. But as you stand in that leadership role and start to embody it, I promise you, even those people that you've drifted from will see what you're doing and how much you're magnetizing towards you, and they'll start to change too, because they'll be inspired. Every ray of light that comes out of a light worker hits somebody else around them, regardless of where they are on the 3D, 4D, or 5D. All right, but remaining in your purpose is essential. So congratulations. We're at a magnetizing point now where all good is coming towards us and you are finding your soul family. Okay? So this reunion can also signify a reunion of self, right? Coming into and uncovering your true nature. Right? Because those shadows that we talked about, as you work through all of those programmings and patterns and karmic soul ties and lessons, all the shit that we came here from this earth to resolve, as we conquer those, and we do so with that King of Vessels energy, right? Complete and utter dedication to self. We find that we are having a reunion of our true nature, and ain't nothing gonna change that. That this is how we face the world. All right, and we're committed to it. We no longer have to mask it or be afraid of it being manipulated. All right, that we will be supported by our soul family. All right, yeah. Okay, so into the future, folks. Now, the future can always be a little scary, all right? And a lot of times that's what keeps people stagnant and stuck in the 3D, is like we're so afraid of stepping out into the unknown and facing these fears that we stay where we are. And because it's comforting, even if it's not good for us, we know it and there's no surprises. But I'm telling you, the only way to face fear is to directly step into it. Okay? So Seven of Arrows is insecurities, okay? Look at her. She's become one with the earth. This is air energy, but she's pinned. And the arrows, they're all around her, but they're even going through her. All right? Ungrounded fears and confusion can lead to an instability and a panic, okay? Self-torture through guilt or delusions and the need to deal with fragmented or rejected